Alrighty, and welcome back. This is Fearless Anderson running some division. All right, just as a heads up, I am not actively running the Broken Rain. I'm going to give you a brief introduction just to the first step, which is like really short. All right, so you got to hit that replay button, but just wanted to give you a vibe check for what it is that we are looking at, because it is a brutal motherfucker the moment you get to the action.
Remains of the JTF strike team. I've got him patched into comms. Glad you made it. We don't have much time. You can sync with me for a complete briefing or begin your assault right now, and I'll give you the essentials en route.
Okay, now that'll make sense in just a second. All right, so there are two little pathways that you can choose to follow. So I'm showing you the one to the right. There's also one to the left. They both take you to the same spot. However, remember, be on the lookout. There are beavers, little stuffies hidden throughout the map, and you want to find them. I think there are a total of 40. I could totally be wrong about the number, though. Yeah, so off trail, little loose, little loosey-goosey. Some fun little things to look around for. But yeah, just showing you what it looks like. Cool little hidden stuff, little drops hanging from trees. Yeah, I have a good feeling about this mission. Everything that I have heard so far online has been tops. Seems to be that everybody is enjoying it. So we'll see. All right, but I just wanted to give you a vibe. All right, so here we go. Now you enter the basic of the mission through here, and it's going to take you over to a gentleman at a tent. Yeah, kind of a weird little vibe check here. All right, so we'll talk to this guy.
Commander DaCosta had our attack all planned out, but those Rikers were too strong. They overrun DaCosta and her group before we could properly deploy. The operation briefing materials are all here if you want to acquaint yourself with the mission.
Okay, so there are two computers. All right, the first one's the most obvious, right? And so you're thinking that this is all there is.
Operation Broken Rain has a clear and critical objective. Here are the facts. The Steel Creek Dam and hydroelectric power plant is one of the last operational power stations on the eastern seaboard. The JTF have had the place shored up since the crisis started, but it's now got two big problems. One, Rikers have taken control of the facility. See my other briefing about that. And two, a Category 4 hurricane has hit about 60 miles north of the site. Water pressure way beyond operational capacity is building in the reservoir. This dictates our urgency. If we don't manage the water and manage the facility itself, we'll lose the power station. So here's what we'll do. We insert close to the Steel Creek lumberyard and escort Patch, our walking bomb, to the Rikers' defenses. Once we breach the power station, I want engineers in the main turbine room. We'll manage the site so it doesn't shake itself apart. After that, I'm taking a combat team to the top of the dam to secure it and release water pressure via the main sluice gates. You all have your individual assignments, but this mission is ours as a team. We will not falter. We will not fail.
And yet they did. All right, so you're thinking, oh, all right, that's all we needed to know? No. So if you really want to learn more, and she hints that it's there, move around to the side and interact with this other computer.
The Rikers occupying the dam and power station are run by the Steele family, an organized crime gang with deep roots in Steel Creek County. The heads of the family were awaiting trial on Rikers Island for some big RICO case when New York went to shit. And now they've made their way back here. We must consider these four our primary threats. Here's the intel we've got. Lester works
Take
out of
notes,
the lumberyard,
Agent.
raiding local settlements for supplies. He's into arson and chainsaws. Do not let him get close to you. His brother Dwayne IV, he's paranoid about security. Dwayne maintains the fortification of the power
Dwayne
station
IV.
itself. He wears very heavy ballistic armor, carries a shield. He thinks he's invulnerable. But we'll see about that. The elder sister Iris runs the power station. It's her home and a prison for the JTF that was stationed here. She's had the prisoners build her a Faraday suit wired with capacitors. She's immune to electricity and will shock anyone near her. Finally, there's Marguerite, first cousin to the others. Marguerite has set up at the top of the dam. We don't know much intel about her except she well, self-medicates with some pretty heavy shit. Acquaint yourselves with these targets. It might save your life.
There you go, agents. Hint, hint, hint. All right, so those are the 4 main baddies that we will be going up against in this level. All right, so something else to consider. All right, so there are several beavers hidden around here, and there's one right there. And you hear the noise. All right, so that's 1 beaver already out of 40. Let's find the next one. And there are 2 before you even head into action.
First thing is, you've got to rescue my dog. Patch is still operational. He's tough.
Okay, so you can head this way and get shocked. I'm not sure if there's another beaver over here. Could be. Let's take a look. Not seeing one. Now, I'm not fully acquainted where all the beavers are, but I do know that there are at least 2 before the main mission even gets started. All right, so we head along here, follow the cable for a minute. Now you go right, or you can go left. Now left will take you towards where everything is.
Dam and power station. If you can't release the water pressure from the reservoir, we lose it.
And there's the hint for the beaver hunt. All right, take a look at that map. It may or may not provide vital clues as to where all the beavers are. A couple backpacks to loot. I'll laugh if there's a beaver like right there or something. All right, ain't seeing any more over here. But there are, as you've seen, oh, it'll let us take a look. Dun, dun, dun. There's the dam. Get it? That's why we have beavers. Pretty clever, I gotta say. They're devs this time. All right, another crate right there. Now, if you go to the right, it'll take you closer to the mission. Or not really, actually, no, I misspoke. Right, we'll just take you down here to a dead end, but you never know, there might be something interesting. It's just one of those things, you just, like, if they let you go there, up, and there we go. Another beaver. There's number 2. All right, that's 2 beavers so far, and you got to get them all in one go. So don't miss any because they reset every time you play. So if you complete the mission and you think you got them all but didn't, it will let you know because you will not open up the beaver keychain. And that is what we all want, right? Everybody wants beaver shots. Everybody wants beaver keychains. All right. Kids, do not go and ask your parents what a beaver shot is. I really don't want to get in trouble with your folks. Okay. Now, if I go any further, it will activate the actual mission. No, you really cannot snipe from here, and yes, they are hitting hard. So be prepared for a massive onslaught, and good luck. Happy hunting there, agents. Thanks for watching. Fearless out.